since you're so good at predicting things,
Yes.
I need this week's lotto number because you predicted it.
I did. For weeks.
You predicted it. And look, we were skeptical. I will for one put my hand up and just, it happened. It happened. Yeah.
It did. Never in doubt.
Look, I'm going to say, I'll put my hand up. There was doubt. There was doubt here. I'm not going to lie. Wow. I mean, how are you, Soz? I'll come to you in a second, Kat.
I'm on cloud nine. It's exactly how I pictured it too.
How good.
Defense was on. We were on. We won.
Yes. Like you predicted it down to the – oh, my God. Kat, what time do you get home, Kat?
Have I slept? No.
Just answer this question. Was there daylight when you got home?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, there was. Big night. It was like we won the flag. And you know what?
We did, didn't we?
Well, it felt like it, honestly. I'm sitting here with Dougie Woogie today. Literally, what the hell? Is he human? Not sure. Like, who survives that tumble? Who is that good at football? No, oh my God.
You understand then, you were saying this before, the fact that he knew you were in the crowd is why he ran for that ball.
Exactly, yeah. He got the wrong end of the cheer squad, babe, but that's fine. Like, we'll forgive you.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
He knew that if you fell into the St Kilda cheer squad, you'd probably
mount him.
Yeah, basically. But, you know, you could tell, like, in the warm-up, like, he was, like, definitely looking. He's like, where's Kat? Where's Kat?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, sweetie, I'm right here.
And he was like, oh, good. Now I know.
Now I know. And now I've got my A game. You viewers and listeners, go and I'm going to like shamelessly plug my own video.
It's so good.
It is so funny. And a big shout out to Dee for the edit of that video because it is hilarious. I think I've watched it 8,000 times. How many ever views there are, I'm in that 1,000 bracket. So I got to meet him again.
The best part of the video is we're like, I'm with Dougal Howard again. And his laugh. His laugh
is unreal. You know that Justin Bieber meme when he's like,
yeah, it goes.
That's what he sounded like.
Dee's in it with the slow down. It looks so good.
Nicest guy ever. Like ever. And like so Marshy called him over because I was like, shaking yet again.
So good.
And then he was like, oh, hey, how are you? Good to see you. And I was like, oh my God, he knows who I am now. And obviously, you know, like I said, he was looking out for me in the crowd, but God bless your cotton socks, Dougie. Thank you for being you.
How good.
You know what? And anyone who's ever talked shit on him, take a seat.
I agree with that.
Take a seat. He's a good man.
He was huge, and we'll get to his game. I promise. I mean, for anyone who's living under the rock, the result, we got up by 2 points. We beat the ladder leaders by 2 points. We stopped them going 3 games clear on the top of the ladder by 2 points. But it wasn't just the result. You know what I mean? Like the result's good enough.
Yeah.
Like, of course, you always want to win. But I don't know about you guys. If we hadn't have won yesterday, obviously I would have been flat. But I would have felt good because
100%.
it was 4 quarters of footy yesterday.
Yep.
4 quarters of good footy and pressure footy.
Unreal.
We didn't let up.
No.
We had forward pressure.
Which I haven't seen,
which is crazy.
I reckon, since that Collingwood game in round 2.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm watching this going, I think every St Kilda supporter going, where has this been?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like to watch, the thing that stood out for me yesterday is in the second, Sydney just showed why they're ladder leaders.
Yes.
In the second half of the second quarter, and they just started to pull away. They went up a gear. We had a bit of a lull. We have a lull. The pressure goes down. They score, 3 goals? It just went bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, God, here we go.
Super quick too.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh, no, you know.
We did that in the 4th.
Is this going to be floodgate stuff? But to respond to that is, I hate to say it, very un-St Kilda-like. But it was so good. It was so good. Speaking of, I looked after the game, 63 tackles for the game as a team.
Unreal.
Huge.
Unreal.
Yeah. And watching the game, like you could see it.
Yeah.
You could see it. is it the third quarter, I think it was, where there was a gang tackle on Chad Warner going forward. Like someone, I don't know who it was, tackled Warner and then just two others were like, boom.
He was elite, Chad Warner.
Yeah.
But like we not shut him down, but credit where it's due. He was very good.
No, he was very good.
He was very good.
And what's wild was we didn't have a tagger this week.
No.
And we shut down their midfield.
Yeah.
Stop their midfield in their tracks. Said early on that first quarter, I'm thinking, oh, Mike Soz is on here because like they could not get a running game on.
Yes.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah.
And we've seen throughout the season, they just pass the ball. They're so quick. They go pew, pew, pew.
So quick.
We just kept getting in there. It was so good.
It's so good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So good. And like, I'm dumbfounded as to where it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Ryan Burns the key to St Kilda's success?
He had about 6 or 7 touches in the first quarter.
I
and
know.
it's just like, where have you been, Boo Earns?
Right? Right?
I was saying Boo Earns.
I stand corrected on Burns.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I've been a very harsh critic on him. You know what? He started off super, super well. And I'm like, okay, playing for his contract kind of vibe.
Yeah. Sort of a bit skeptical there because.
So am I.
Yeah, sorry, I don't interrupt you.
No. And I was like, okay, this is like playing for his contract. And then second half of the first quarter, I kind of fell off a bit. I was like, there it is. But then he switched it on for another 3. And I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, looking good.
It was
He's
the first
proven
time
me
in a
wrong.
first time in a long time that I was watching him and I wasn't scared when he got the ball. Because
Same,
I was like,
yeah.
he gets the ball. I'm like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, but he was having a dip, wasn't he? Like
Yeah.
it was really in and under too. Yeah, it
He
showed sort
was.
of that really good side of him that frustrates him when he's not there.
Yeah,
right?
100%. And I feel like our connection, which we've been screaming for all year, between the midfield and the forward line worked.
Yep.
Yes.
And the question at the tip of everyone's tongue, which, you know, we're just going to put it out there. Is it King?
Where is Dougal Howard? No. Oh, sorry. sorry. No, is.
Is it a King thing?
What a line. That's very good off someone with no sleep. Maybe a little bit because, it forces us to look for other options, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And to get moving. But I don't think that necessarily means King goes out of the side.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I just think the role for King changes or evolves. Yeah.
We play him further up the ground.
I know someone, I can't remember who it was, I'm sorry, but in the group chat today said use him as a bit of a decoy. I want to say it was Nathan maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was like maybe a bit of a decoy. Don't mind that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It forces
I think they
creativity,
bombed
doesn't
it twice at Sharman and it didn't work and then they tried other things.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Why couldn't we do that all year?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know.
You know, so they've worked out, okay, Sharman is losing the contest, so we ain't going to do it. We've given him 2 chances, which is like fine because I think he played quite well too, to be fair.
Just about to say, but go on.
I stand corrected on Cooper Sharman. Yeah,
my boy Cooper.
Yeah.
I've like lit a candle for him all year, and he's had such a good game yesterday. And I'm like, Coop, yes, like
he was good. His hands are
so good,
pretty good. Hey,
and he's I'll stand by this, a very reliable shot at goal.
Yes,
yeah,
very reliable shot at goal. Kicked some crucial ones. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay.
I'm going into bat for him.
But yeah, like right. So we saw that it didn't work.
Yeah.
So therefore we changed our game style.
You're right.
Okay, bombing it to King doesn't work. So why did we try it another 625 times?
Well,
sure.
But this is the thing, right? That's what stuck out from yesterday is that if it wasn't, well, there's plenty that was working, but if it wasn't working, we had changed it.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, okay, so we're not just going to keep doing what isn't working.
Yeah.
It was good.
And it worked. And we beat Sydney.
Oh my God, I can't believe, like we beat the flag favourites, so we're flag favourites?
Well, the odds have gone to like $4.
It's happening. It's happening.
Put your houses on it, guys.
Clear your September schedule. Well, I mean, again, another shout out to the group chat and to Joycey. He made this call today and I'm like absolutely 100% bang on because I thought it yesterday a few times and I'm so glad because Joycey articulated it really, really well. Our defence yesterday, I did not see our defence get beaten in a one-on-one yesterday.
True.
Maybe a couple of times, but I think in a one-on-one, especially Wilkie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Especially Wilkie, who had 14 marks yesterday. And I want to say like 9 of them were intercept marks.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also Josh Battle.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. If he doesn't sign on,
I know.
we're on top. He had a fantastic match yesterday.
He was unreal.
But our backline, our defense was so solid yesterday.
So good.
Not to mention Hilly as well, that had 24 touches, 10 marks as well. Yeah, so also doing his thing down back.
Good boys. I think the only time that we did lose a contest, which is why I think the stats can be a bit like ambiguous in this
deceiving.
sense. Yeah, because Sydney's forward line are quite fast. Like if you look at the likes of like Errol and Papley and things, so they would just like jet off, right? And then poor Dougal with his 8-foot legs, like couldn't quite get there. Do you know what I mean? And like Wilkie's a bit the same. Jimmy's a little bit the same. Like I think we do lack a little bit of pace.
Yeah, no doubt.
In the back line. I know that like Battle could get there. Hilly can most definitely get there and so can Nas. But the rest of them, you're kind of like, okay, they look like they're jogging even though they're not.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think, like I said, that's why the stats get a little bit ambiguous. But I think that was the only time we were let down.
Yeah,
and you know
fair.
what? Big shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not like we're not trying.
Yeah.
You know, we put our hands up. Even Nas was doing like little ruck taps and it worked in the back
Really
line.
nice.
And they were like just spoiling the ball and making 1%. I'm like, this is so exciting.
You go. Yeah,
Go boys.
it's a really good point, isn't it? Because like I think that comes back to that idea of like just the team game yesterday.
Yeah.
There was really no one except one person yesterday who, when game was on the line, there was one person for me that said, I think I said it last week, I was like, we don't have anyone that's like, when we need to get hauled across the line, there's no one to put the team on the back, say, come with me. There was one yesterday. I hope we're going to look back at this match and said, this is the coming of the Messiah Mattaes.
Yeah.
He was massive yesterday. Massive. He had, I think in the end, had 26 touches, but at least 13 of those, I don't know if it was in the end, but at least 13 of those were in the last quarter. And a goal.
I've got some stats from him too, which I thought was so interesting. So he had the most score involvements of anyone in the ground.
Did he?
And that was 10. He had 10 scoring involvements.
And 700 metres gained as well. In a Ross Lyon game plan where try to squeeze and we've had so much trouble moving the ball, that is massive. For a kid who's been maligned, has had to go back to the VFL, hone his craft. Wasn't it his manager earlier in the year on not Twitter, what's it called? X. Was like, you know, had a crack at Ross Lyon and the game plan. How good for him. And not just to come back in and, you know, with all due respect to North, had a great win on the weekend, or Richmond, you know, team languishing down the bottom. Yeah. The top of the table side, the best midfield arguably in the competition, to come in and just go bang.
Yeah. And to get 10 coaches' votes.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
I'm just, at the start of the season, I was like, I haven't seen that spark yet. I think I said that. I saw that spark.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was not just a spark. That was just like an explosion. Yeah. And it's what we all wanted to see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so good, wasn't it? Sitting back going, this kid,
I think we all agreed that we saw glimpses of it last year. But no, you're so right. So it's like we were waiting for that this year.
The moment. The moment.
And it did not disappoint.
Oh, it didn't. No, it was a beautiful thing, wasn't it?
And it's so nice to see him so happy and enjoying the game. Like they were all up and about.
But they?
Mattaes was up and about.
Yep.
So was Marshall, actually.
Oh my gosh.
The double cobra.
The double cobra. Yes. And just his, like, when he was in the song, got his big cheesy grin back. I was like,
And Dougal with his poor cut eye and blood nose, and he was still singing the song and he was so happy.
Were you all right? Were you going to jump the fence?
Be like, oh, you're okay. I've got tissues and an ice pack, Doogie.
Well, look, let's go to Doogie as well because, like, you were saying before about like Ronnie Burns playing for his contract and that sort of thing. And look, that I think can sometimes get stars in the eyes because it happened to me a few years ago watching Luke Dunstan. Do you remember the second half of that year Luke Dunstan had when he polled all those Brownlow votes and someone's like, oh, why do you want to offload him? And I'm like, well, because he's been below average in a team that's a wooden spoon team. Like, can't just turn it on when your career's on the line. I digress. Doug, since he's come back in, it wasn't just yesterday. It's been massive.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, look no further than the Red, White and Black Chat podcast for your number one Dougal Howard Stan account.
Yep.
I'm going to let you guys take the lead on this because it's not for me to steal the Doogie ground, Doogie Woogie Bugle Boy. But just saying, 17 touches, 9 marks. Massive.
Massive.
Over to you girls because, like I said, I don't want to interfere.
I literally just don't even know where to begin. It's the right, like I was saying before, it's the 1%ers with Dougal, which I frothed from the beginning. God, that was great English. I froth it. Which I loved from the beginning, right? I was like, that's why I dedicated all my energy to him in 2020 because I'm like, he does it. He was leading the comp in 2020 for spoils. And I was like, that's what I love to see and that's what I love in a player. And he shows that. And bless him, like I said, it looked like he's jogging, right? He looks like he's jogging to touch the ball. It was a millimeter off the line and he ends up in the bloody cheer squad. And it was so cute. I've watched the footage like 1,003 times. And he's getting off and he's having a bit of a giggle. I was like, he's so happy. He's so happy. I'm just, it's the 1%ers. It's the confidence. I'm not going to say it comes down to me and my words of wisdom with him, but
I'll say it.
If it plays a part, yeah. If it plays a part, it plays a part. So you're welcome, Dougie, and you're welcome, Saints fans, by the way, because look at what we've created here at Red, White, and Black Chat.
We're doing it all.
Dougal Howard.
I just when I saw him go over the fence and watch it on the replay, the fact that it takes him a little bit longer to get up, I'm like, the poor thing. Is
he stuck under the chair?
Seriously, because it's narrow in there and he's massive. Is he just
huge,
trying to get up? The poor thing. I'm like, oh no.
And the Sydney cheer squad are just pissing themselves laughing.
Probably shocked to be fair, but just gave him nothing. Just looking at him help the guy up. Oh.
One of them got kicked in the face if you watch
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. Literally and metaphorically, Sydney kicked in the face yesterday. But God, don't they show up in Melbourne as well?
Yeah.
A massive fan base in Melbourne. There was 30,000 at the ground yesterday. A lot of Sydney.
Yeah.
Makes it even better.
Yeah.
Suckers.
I'll get to that.
Yeah. Oh,
Crown.
Hello. Hello.
I think with Dougal, we haven't mentioned he just came back from a hamstring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First came back. And he pulls that out of the cards. He didn't warm up into it. He went
that is
deep into it.
Such a good call. And especially that chase for the ball.
You're
right, off a hamstring injury. Good God. Yeah, good luck. He's probably running going, this is 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But just on that as well, the incident, look, the arc is there and look, there's got to be better technology. When they zoom in on the arc,
why is it so blurry?
It's like playing Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
which I love, but also there's got to be something better. I know they review every goal, but of the ones that they actively reviewed yesterday, they reviewed everyone except that one, which ended up being the one to be overturned.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Thank God they reviewed it.
Yeah.
Be better. The arc. Yeah.
How hard is it to just get better cameras? I don't.
No, I don't know. Can there be cameras in the post? Do you know what I mean? Do you know down where there's padding? Could you do a strip of some sort?
Well, there is some great tech out there, and I'm pretty sure
know.
the AFL are making enough
Well,
to invest in some tech.
Or a laser kind of thing.
Yeah, a laser. I love it.
Yeah.
What builders use, the laser measurement things. Yeah, is that what you're talking about?
Surely.
Yeah, that'd be sick. You get them from Bunnings.
Someone standing there, that's their job. They're just did it not? Oh dear. Yeah. Good. I mean, I'm going to be thinking about that moment for a long time. Not
Same.
as long as you, but
I just have in my head this slow, fast run.
it's just slow, fast run.
You can see him trying with his arms. He's like,
Well, imagine your limbs being that long, the poor bloke. He's trying so hard. I feel like everything he does on the field is 2x speed. No, 0.5 speed, I meant to say. Yeah, just a bit. But, oh, God, he's good.
Just side note for the movie buffs out there, have you heard of the film Misery? It's from the 70s or the 80s.
No.
I think it's got Kathy Bates in it. That in a nutshell, Kathy Bates' character kind of there's a guy, James Caan, he's injured. I can't remember how he's injured, and she offers him help.
Okay.
But she ends up kind of holding him hostage in her house.
Oh.
And like he tries to leave and she breaks his leg so she can like nurse him back to health.
Are you drawing a comparison to me and to
No,
Paul
I'm
Howard
just
with
saying,
this?
I'm just saying, have you seen the movie?
Is that the one that there will be no pool?
What?
Ignore me.
No, I'm not making any comparison to that. Just wondering if you've seen the movie.
Dougie,
Anyway.
you're safe. It's okay.
Pink spoofs it in a video clip.
Pardon?
Pink spoofs it in a video clip. So the movie.
I don't know who Pink Spoof is.
Pink
spoofs it. Like Pink, as in the artist.
Yeah.
Pink spoofs it, like takes it off, sends it up in a video clip. Like makes fun of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Sorry. No idea.
Nice.
I know you haven't.
No.
I know you haven't slept.
She hasn't slept.
Sorry. If this week's podcast isn't called Pink Spoof.
Guys, I'm running off pure adrenaline right now.
I don't know who Pink Spoof is. Oh God, that's very funny. Anyway, you mentioned speed before, Kat. Brad Hill. Brad Hill was elite yesterday, but as was Liam Henry.
I'll take the reins. I want to talk about Liam Henry.
Please.
Bear with me. Liam Henry was wearing the long sleeves, and I like to think that's why he played really well.
Faster.
Mm.
Aerodynamic.
Liam Henry was playing like we saw when he played against Collingwood. I think he's finally got back from his injury.
Ooh.
If someone asked me who my favourite player on the ground was, we haven't got to that, but it was Liam Henry. He made me so excited.
And his celebration when he kicked his goal,
Mm.
that got me up. I was like, we're on here, girls. Like it's going to, yeah. Actually, he's had a bit of hope, like a little flicker. Like, this could be it. He's going to the crowd, giving these ones.
Yeah.
And
So good. You know what? I was very pleasantly surprised to see. He gets angry.
Yeah.
He gets angry on the field with St Kilda players, right? So there was a boundary throw in, and we hadn't set up right because that's Saints footy, and he cracked it. It was in the third quarter.
Love to see it.
Because like I've said, I've watched the replay already. Oh, by the way, we record on Monday. The game was like less than 12 hours ago. And he cracked it and he pointed to a Swannies player and he was like, WTF, who is on?
Yeah.
Who is on it?
Who is on that? Yeah.
And I didn't think that was a kind of Henry vibe, but we love to see it as he should.
I really like
as
to
he
see
should.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think if you're in the side, it doesn't matter if you played 1 or 100 games. Like if you're not doing the team thing, call it out. I love to see it always.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can we talk about Ari?
Ari, the fact that he
was elite.
touched that goal.
No, that goal.
That goal.
the goal that
I was
Membry.
like, what's that baseball sauce?
When Membry stole his goal,
I know.
Yeah. No, wasn't it touched?
No, Membry gave away a free.
Oh,
because it was
yes,
marked
you're
on
right.
that. Yeah,
You're right. So I think the one of Mason Wood where Mason would have kicked it, except Timmy marked it on the line. Which I say no. If it's there to be marked, mark it. Sure thing, goal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like
It was like a 60-meter kick, and then Membry gave it away. Oh,
did you feel the stadium started to rumble when he kicked that goal? I was like, holy shit! And
he
then
looks so happy, and
he started to celebrate.
Oh,
Sarah, where do you sit?
I sit on the city side, like on the wing, city side.
Can you hear aisle 29 when we say shoo? It is so good.
I will even go as far to say as I've also watched the replay and the second half twice. we had a late night feed for the baby last night, so I was like, better put it on. The Channel 7 commentary heard it. The Channel 7 commentary, but they're referring to the player whose name I always forget, who played for St Kilda, then for Carlton, who they do the woof for. You know, now they do it for Sard.
Yeah. I'm going to say
like
Sard.
back in the day. It was Sard, and then it was the Carlton player, Ange
You know who-
Christou, and then it was the player beforehand who they did the woof for. But
Okay.
even Channel 7 heard on the commentary yesterday.
That's unreal.
I'm like, the aisle's getting there. It's getting
But don't we
pumped
do
up.
So good.
Doogs as well?
Yeah.
Is it gonna
It sounds like boo.
Yeah.
We're going to get a bit too booey.
Yeah, true.
Too
Doogs.
Phillipou.
Oh, yeah.
No, I heard someone in the crowd yesterday. You remember Mark Phillipou, the tennis player?
Mhm.
Yeah.
How his nickname was Scud? It was.
Hate
And
that.
yeah, I know. Someone called him Scud. I was like, I don't mind that.
I
Personally.
hate that.
Fair enough. Go back.
I'd rather Mattaes.
I'd rather Pink Spoof. But like before we move, because we could go through basically every player.
Yeah, we could.
Just a couple. Firstly, Rowe's game again was massive. Considering that his opposition, I sort of thought, I don't know how he's going to go given that Gawn gave him a big towel up earlier in the year. No criticism of Rowe's, just Gawn's an elite ruckman. And I thought the same yesterday with Brodie.
Yep.
Grundy, who's such a lovely boy. But Rowe had a massive game. If he's not in the discussion for all Australian ruckman at the end of the year,
Yeah.
because if you look at his season, we've looked at his season, of course, but the wider footy community look at his season, get past the stars in your eyes with Gawn. It's great ruckman. Grundy, fantastic ruckman, but fantastic year.
Yes.
And he's done it
By
alone.
himself. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're 100% right. Like with
Yeah.
no real deputy.
Well, we had, Cheetah in the ruck.
Yeah, which is,
And he wasn't doing much of it either.
No.
no,
No.
it's no shade to Cheeto. He's just not a
No.
ruckman.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly right. Yeah. It's like, but, Machida Owens versus Brodie Grundy.
Yeah, not,
Silly.
not quite.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
The other one,
Cheeto's better elsewhere.
oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. And played a good game yesterday. A sort of Dan Butler-esque game yesterday where he wasn't sort of in the spotlight, but he did a lot of very good things. Good
Dan
boy,
Butler
Cheeto.
second half.
Oh.
Not Dan Butler first.
But,
But
like,
that's okay.
you know,
Yeah,
he's-
Dan Butler wasn't a Dan Butler yesterday.
No.
Well,
Cheeto
yeah.
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
one I think that
2 touches in the first half.
yeah, quiet. Yeah,
Mm.
very quiet. It was good. You say use better half.
Yeah.
Second half.
Better
use
second half. Yeah, much better.
The last one I
Darcy Wilson.
really wrote. Oh, Darcy. Oh,
Welcome back.
that beautiful
Welcome
first
back.
goal. Good for his confidence. But what about the skipper as well? Jack Steele
Yeah.
yesterday. Oh, just doing what he's been doing all year, which is just being an absolute warrior.
Yeah.
But yesterday, he had 14 contested possessions and
Insane.
14 ground balls. So which is telling me he is basically hunting the ball.
Mhm.
Like he's throwing himself at the contest and he's hunting.
Yep.
Yeah, which I just thought, far out. Those are massive stats for the skipper.
Huge.
I love him.
Huge.
Can I just little shout out? My wife and I took our son to training last week and we put Steely's badge on his little beanie and we got a picture with Steely. Our son, his facial expression in the photo, I'm not very happy with it because he's giving Steely the cold shoulder. But Steely was like, oh, that's awesome when he saw his badge on little boy.
Sweet.
So thanks, Steely.
the photo of Marshall though.
Oh my God.
Need to describe
Yeah,
that.
it was okay. So like my wife was like, Ro, can we get a picture of the baby? And he was like, yeah, sure. And she's like, here you go. And so like he's just like, okay. He's just like holding the little baby, but he's got a big smile on his face. So sweet.
But if you've got to trust anyone with your baby, it's going to be Ro.
Look, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, so sweet. But thank you, Steely. We'll have that in
Yeah.
a little photo frame for
Aw.
ever. But yeah, like it's the skipper week in, week out.
Yeah.
So good.
Leads by
Yes,
example,
yeah.
doesn't he?
Doesn't
And
he?
look at what happens when he's on. It like floods through,
Yeah.
Mm.
you know?
Mhm. But as a team
Yeah.
yesterday, we didn't look static. We didn't look
No.
slow. Lots of movement. And like, it's almost like, I think it's like like the twisters or the hurricanes. I think, isn't it like the movement that creates the movement or like the friction creates the energy and it just
Yeah.
builds and builds and builds? I feel like that's our vibe.
Yeah.
That was our vibe yesterday.
Yeah.
The
Was a
energy-
bit defensive.
But
Was very defensive.
Very
footy.
you got to be against Sydney. But
Yeah,
even
true.
still, we didn't play defensive only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you know,
You're right
like
saying it.
able to
Yeah.
sort of get that
Yeah,
flow.
our midfield. I don't know where that came from.
No, Hunter Clark.
What?
Oh, God, I love him. He's so good.
Love everyone.
I love Hunter Clark.
Do you
I
even
think
love-
I've nearly named the whole team.
I was going to say, did you even love Ben Patton the sub?
3 touches. Yeah.
Yes. Elite.
Oh, yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with Marcus, with Windy.
Oh, that's the only real downer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Apart
Only
from
negative.
that and Jimmy's broken nose.
He'll be fine.
He'll be right. Yeah, I don't think he'll even
Doesn't
miss.
worry.
Yeah. I mean,
Are we going to talk about that?
well, yeah, I think so. Like, I don't know.
My issue is I don't care if Heaney gets a week. I'm just mad that they still paid the mark.
I
and
know.
they converted
Yeah.
from that.
Yeah.
And then they scored directly after. Like, that could have lost us the game.
Yeah.
Well, no doubt. And if you look at that replay footage, like Jimmy goes down, there's 500 umpires. How has someone not seen that and been like, okay, free kick? Because you're right, he takes the uncontested mark. It's, not good. It's unfortunate for Heaney, isn't it? Because, like, you wouldn't say that was a malicious act, would
No.
you?
Yeah.
No.
Like,
I've said it before. Like, I feel like when footy happens so quick, right?
No doubt.
9 times out of 10, I feel like all of these acts aren't intentional, but I understand you need to protect your players, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I mean, I get it, but yeah, I mean, it is going to ruin his Brownlow chances, which is a bit annoying for him.
It's unfortunate because he's been a good player and a really good player. Not like really good doesn't do enough justice, but yeah, it's sort of, it's not like, I mean, I don't know why it came to mind because they're not alike, but remember when Andrew Gaff hit, Andrew Brayshaw, the Freo and broke his jaw?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you look at that and you're like, that was a pure brain fade where he's punched him and he's done the maximum damage. This just looked like in the contest. He went to almost like push him off and his hands like swatted him. But yeah, it's unlucky, but that's footy, isn't it?
Yeah. I
would have liked the free kick. I don't really care if he gets suspended or not.
I mean,
yeah.
That Saints Footy, baby.
That's showbiz, baby. Oh dear. Well, I mean, we could really wax lyrical about this win for hours and hours, and it was so very good. I suppose we don't want to have a negative, but like the whack.
I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have one.
You have to go whack about something, Cab.
Yeah, of course.
So here we go.
So yesterday at Marvel Stadium, Sunday at 3:20, we had 30,000 people show up. School holidays. I reckon 25,000 of them were Sydney supporters.
It seems that way.
Oh, it was flooded with Sydney supporters. Okay, we're now 14th, right?
Here we go.
We're playing top of the ladder. I understand.
Yep.
To an extent. Okay. How can you expect the players to show up if we aren't? It was very similar to what I was saying last week because it's the same group of people that sit there and comment, why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my money? Crack off then.
Yeah, don't.
We don't want you.
Go away.
Yeah, we don't want you part of the club.
Yep.
There was literally, the cheer squad were really, really loud. So shout out to the cheer squad. Aisle 29 was unreal. The vibes were so fantastic.
Yeah, and they're so loud. So loud, you guys. And they're so good.
If I was sitting anywhere else though, I reckon I would have been miserable until the last 5 seconds.
Yep.
It was empty. And then you could hear the roar from literally the opposing side of the stadium every time that Sydney got a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right on that. Massive call. Like I sit on the that side of of Marvel as well, and that's the members. It is loud. What I really like to see as well is that when the match was sort of up for grabs, like from halftime onwards, I think a lot of people came and sat at the cheer squad. Like people moved, because it started to look fuller, which I love that. Love that as well. But yeah, I think if you're a bit fair weather, you run the risk of this happening. Sure, I mean, we still get the result.
Yeah.
You don't miss out on the win or whatever. Oh, but I hope there are people kicking themselves today.
Yeah.
I should have been
100%.
should have been there. And obviously life gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yep.
Of course it does. You can't make every game, and sometimes it's going to be that, you got your mate's wedding and it's going to be the game that you miss, or, you can't for whatever reason. Sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
No shade there.
But how many members do we have? 60 how
It's
many
over 60.
Yeah,
Yep.
60,000 something members.
This is like the
And
yeah.
and it literally felt like, obviously I was being a bit dramatic before, but if we're looking at 30,000 people, I genuinely think we had about 10.
We were outnumbered. That's for
We
sure.
were incredibly outnumbered.
Yeah.
And it just, it was flooding squad supporters and like volume and stuff. But I must say, walking out of the ground with those 10,000 supporters that were there,
loud
best feeling ever.
So good.
So many knock-knocks happening.
Love it.
I was like, oh, we're the Saints. That I sounded like. But it was unreal. But yeah, I just feel like Saints supporters, you know, we've been saying it a lot. This year's shit. It's been rough.
It's been disappointing.
Just come, man.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how else to put it anymore. You just, if you can come.
That's it. Get on down.
Yeah.
Got a month.
Stop having a sook.
Got a month of footy left.
Yeah.
Like, get on down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the sooking.
The
sooking
sooking
on Facebook. Like, just stop.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to sook about something, just go on Facebook, go and do something productive.
Yeah.
You know?
That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah. You know, a lot of talk, we spoke about Pride Round and how important it was as well. The comments, I don't even know if it's worth bringing attention to them, but I think it's vital for us to note that there were some absolutely appalling comments around this round.
Yep.
And I don't know if we want to stop it there and just acknowledge that it's not good enough, but it's not good enough. And it's as simple as that.
No, you're like spot on. There's not really much more to say. It's just, it's really unfortunate that, you know, I like at the ground yesterday, you couldn't buy any Pride merchandise. And
Really?
Yeah, I didn't, correction, I didn't see any. And I sort of did a solid lap of the ground. But yeah, it's almost like it's become quite a contentious issue again, which I think is really sad.
And the Saints players were only wearing the rainbow socks.
Yep.
And the Swans, it was barely rainbow, their little confetti.
Yeah, little jumpers. Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate really. I mean, like I had my say about it, you know, in our group chat during the week. And it's, really unfortunate that we still live in a world where the comments and some of the comments, as you said, were disgusting. Oh. But the beauty of it is, I mean, regardless, I mean, I walk into the footy every week holding my wife's hand, you know, like we, you know, just live our life the way we want to, which is stressed like everyone else.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think the vibe at the ground, I was like, all the people who do those hateful comments didn't come. And it's like, well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Get
in the comments, they're like, focus on the footy. Oh, look, we won. So
that's it.
Maybe we can do multiple things.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're a Guernsey.
Wouldn't be hard. Side note, I'm just going to give a massive shout out to my wife, Britt, who not only like looks after our little boy while I come get to chat for Saints Footy with you guys. Let me tell you what happened, little side note, what happened this morning. I came back from this morning from meeting up with a mate, and I came in, she's sitting at the kitchen table. She's got this big notepad out. And I'm like, what's up? She's like, let me tell you what I've been doing. Because let me say, Britt likes the footy. When we got together, likes the footy, was a Hawthorn supporter when we got together. COVID got her across the line, right? When we were watching footy, she's like, I'm a Saints supporter now. She's like,
welcome, Britt.
She's like, it's easier. And I'm like, no, it's not. You love Saints footy, right? She has this big notepad and she's like that meme, you know, the guy in front of the pin board?
Yeah.
How he's like, and she's saying, so we've only lost this many games this year. Literally, she's put out like how many games we've lost, the margins of that we've lost by, the teams immediately above us, how many they've lost by, who they've lost to, the margins. She's like, we're better than them, we're better than them, and we're better than them. And not just throw away. She's been doing this like deep dive. And I was just like, can we renew our vows right now? I was like, this is so good. Yeah,
she really is.
Loves Saints footy now.
Supporter.
Loves Saints footy. She's like, all I'm saying is the stats don't lie. We win those close games, the ones that we've lost less than 10 points. We're second on the ladder, baby. And I was just like, I love you. So, Pride round or not, I love you, Britt.
No.
Mwah.
We'd love to have you, Britt. Welcome aboard on the roller coaster.
Well, and got her face painted yesterday.
Oh, stop it.
Like in the social club before, this lady's doing like a face paint. She got a little logo and like glitter.
bless.
Looks sick. It looks sick. I'll be next week. All right, well, let's take a quick break and come back with some red, white, and black mail. I'm looking forward to the mail this week because
It's elite. Stick around.
Yeah, I reckon.
I had a sneak peek.
there'll be some happy people in the letterbox.
There's a few.
Sweet.
You've got mail.
You've got yes, we do.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we do.
It's time for red, white, and black mail.
Woo!
There's a lot of familiar faces in these questions, girls. Okay, we'll start with Marshy.
Yes.
How many years is Dougal's next contract?
How old is he? I think it's like 28. 20 years until he's 48.
I concur.
Forever.
Yes. Yeah, indefinite.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give him 5.
100.
Could it be said that Kat's excitement about meeting Dougal gave him the boost he needed?
We've covered this. Is this Marshy?
Yes.
No, this is CM Draven.
Yes, CM.
Oh, also, shout out to Beth and shout out to, I've forgotten another really, really lovely lady who I've been speaking to on my Instagram. I'm so sorry. But these are 2 wonderful women, supporting women,
Yes.
like have been messaging me being like, it's for you, babes. Like, and it was just, it's so nice to hear that, like, and this is not me being trying to be narcissistic or anything, but it's like, we have loyal.
It's so nice.
Yeah, we have loyal listeners and followers, and I'm like,
I love
me
it.
too.
That's so nice.
It's so nice.
Love
yeah.
it. We love to
So
hear
to
it.
answer that question, yes.
I'm going to ask this question and then you guys can guess who asked it. Is Dougal the best player in the comp? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Cat. Yes. Obviously.
No, we're up for a change of pace. This is from the Sad Saner. How many Brownlows does he have to win for the AFL to be forced to rename it the Phillipou?
Well, I
That's a
mean,
good one,
he's
Nathan.
got at least 10 in his career. So, like it to come. So,
100%, yeah.
yeah, I think it's only a matter of time.
Then the next question, time spent podcast. Will Pooh win over or under 5 Brownlows?
Over. 10.
Over. Yeah.
10. Because like you can have like multiple Brownlow winners in a year. So surely
Very
he's
true.
like he might just win a Brownlow per game. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he's
True.
like heads and shoulders above the rest of the comp. They'll just be like, well,
Yeah, true.
you know,
Let's get in there.
just saying.
Then Brock says Phillipou is daddy.
Facts.
Yeah, where's the lie?
Young dad,
I mean,
but
yeah, he's team dad.
Thomas asks, how about that Sydney cheer squad? Our Saints plays love getting close and personal, especially Dougal.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, don't be jealous, Kat. But yeah, look, good on them. I mean, they gave him a soft landing. He wasn't out for the rest
That's
of the
it.
match. So
shout out to Tom, by the way. He's been listening to us for like since we started. And
bless.
he's a good boy.
Okay, then he asks us an actual question. What underrated moment was your fave last night? For me, Sharman's game-saving punch.
Cooper, my boy Cooper.
Yeah.
You
Cooper
can take the reins
Trooper.
on this.
I'm just saying there's an Isle tune. Then, Super Trooper by ABBA.
Yep.
Cooper something. Anyway, there's
It's
something in it.
Cooper,
Yeah, Cooper.
Shaman.
Yeah, Cooper, Shaman gun.
Cooper bar.
Yes, Marshy. Get onto it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Cooper Shaman.
My underrated moment, because he asked what the moment was, I liked when Phillipou did that little shank kick
Yep.
towards Liam Henry.
Yep. Oh, just that really precise little. Oh yeah, that was
The
a
little turn.
and it was a bloody good kick. I reckon he meant it. I don't reckon he shanked it at all.
yeah, it kind of seemed like a shank, but it went straight to
And it was
Liam.
nice little.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's just in my head all day.
Nice little
Yeah.
fade on it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was nice.
Maybe he's the missing link.
Phillipou.
Yeah, as opposed to Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns.
Like maybe maybe, right?
Yeah.
Because
Saying
no, so
boo
you're
or
so
boo
right.
or-
That play was like freaking phenomenal.
Mm.
Maybe he is that missing piece of the jigsaw.
I reckon he is. I would have him over Burnsy.
Yeah.
Still love Burns. Great
Yeah,
game.
we love Betsy.
but-
But, yeah.
But-
Mattaes,
I mean, he's a
Nom, nom, nom,
10-time
nom,
Brownlow
taste.
medal winner.
Yeah,
So
true.
future Brownlow medal winner.
Mm.
the future Phillipou medal namer. Last question.
Cool.
Why not this every week? Go Saints. And that was from Sarah.
Yeah. Well,
So bloody valid.
but why not every week?
I agree.
Go Saints.
It'll come. How many games do we have left? 8?
Let me look.
We have
Yeah.
a few.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Just watching
5,
the
6,
mini.
7.
Yeah, 7. Okay,
Mm.
sorry. If we could play that for 7, if we could play that style of footy for 7 games, and if Sydney can lose the next 7, and same with Carlton and Port and who else is in the 8? Collingwood and everyone else. Flags.
We're in flag Saints. Let's go. Well, I mean, that does bring us to next week because, like, personally, I think this win is massive. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, because as like the supporter, it's like we know we at least have it in us.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, which I've been starting to doubt,
Mhm.
which,
Yeah.
you know, it's reassuring.
Good for the boys too.
Massive for the
Mm.
boys, especially in the second half of the year. If we can have a good second half of the year, hopefully into a good preseason. But I genuinely think now the real test is getting on the road
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
weekend. Because Adelaide are tough to beat at home. And yeah, I think if we're wanting to excite our fan base, us on the couch, obviously, and everyone else listening and watching, to back it up and have a really good showing against the Crows, I think I'll start to sort of believe again.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Mm.
Oh, soz. Don't be doing that.
Don't be scared.
Don't be. No, we're allowed to be scared. You're not.
Yeah.
Because you
You're a voice of
can tell the
reason.
future.
Yeah.
Well, I already have us beating Carlton, and in my head, I'm like, yeah, we're going to beat
That's- yeah,
Carlton.
well,
Okay.
that's
so
a
that's
lock.
happening.
Yeah.
I'm just
obviously.
not sure about the Adelaide one.
Oh,
For
damn.
a team lower than us on the ladder, I'm like,
Yeah.
no, that seems like the hardest one.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
I'd feel better about it if it was here, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was an electricity yesterday that I just really hope that they can carry into the next weekend going, if we play this way, so I maintain if we play the way we did yesterday, we'd go up against basically anyone.
Yeah.
So-
Our best footy can beat anyone.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
Mm.
Carlton, maybe.
Yes, definitely.
Obviously. Well, yep. Soz has seen it. She's seen the future. But yeah.
Who would we change in the team is the question.
Is someone going to go out? Oh, Windy.
Potentially Windy.
Mm.
Look, we haven't said it.
Uh-oh.
Riley Bonner.
Riley,
He wasn't missed yesterday.
he was in the social club beforehand, got to interview him.
Oh,
Hammer.
seems like a lovely guy.
He's a really lovely guy.
Yeah, he's gorge.
Yeah. He was a bit down on himself yesterday. Like a lovely boy from the aisle asked him a question about, like, you know, what do you want to see for the rest of the year or next year or something? And he's like, Riley Bonner said a contract.
Oh,
I was like, oh no. Yeah.
I'll give you a contract, Bonner. I like him a lot.
But he doesn't like who. Yeah, the backline is so elite. I don't
know if I want to see him back. I want to see how we go again.
What about Daddy Powell, or is he injured? He's injured, is
Yeah. And
Yeah.
last time he played, he was playing kind of on his injury. I
Yeah.
think.
he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take Mattaes any day.
Mattaes stays in, no doubt.
Yeah, as opposed to Daddy Dow.
Daddy Dow.
Daddy Dow.
Daddy Powell.
Daddy Powell.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. It's going to be tough for Windy. No shade to Zach Jones. It can't be Zach Jones.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? It just, I don't know.
Oh, yes, shit. Who comes in?
I don't know.
Crouch.
I don't.
Oh, I wish Crouch.
Just actually,
Oh, it's going to have to. Shit, who comes in?
I'm going to have a look at the list.
Tom Campbell, but I don't
Yes.
know.
But where does he? But he's not the.
These two,
You'd have to
he's a
throw
bit
the magnets
slow, yeah.
around a bit, like
Yeah.
if it's going to be
yeah,
Campbell
no,
to come in.
you really, really have to, hey?
oh, how injured was Hammer?
Quite. He had a
Oh,
mood
damn.
boot on, and he's
Oh,
like,
shit.
he's like, I'm going to be out for at least 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, no, you're not. They're ridiculous.
Also nice boy.
Lovely boy.
Mm.
Yeah, really lovely boy. Let's see. I'm just trying to think who might come in. But just while I'm looking through here, speaking of Crouch, he's really one of the ones I could think of for the ones that got away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Crouch. And the other one that came to mind for the ones that got away was Tom Lynch, the other
Yes.
Tom Lynch.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
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 He sort of was playing well for them around that 2017
Mhm.
push. But beyond that, I'm not sure if we've really had many that we've shared with the Crows.
I asked Twitter yet again.
Fantastic. And what did they come up with?
Fergus Watts was the other one.
Someone's pulling your leg.
Nah,
These
Fergus
people
Watts was a player.
I was like, Fergus Watts is not a real person.
That doesn't exist. No, can confirm Fergus.
Okay.
Fergus was yeah, but also, did he debut ever? Don't know. Good luck to him if he did. But
Someone said Paul Hunter.
I've heard of Paul Hunter as well.
Paul Hunter was recent. Paul
I swear they're making people up.
Paul Hunter was
Oh, I got Paul Hunter a few times. Okay.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 years ago, he was like backup ruckman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah.
ever play for him?
Yeah.
Did he?
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Good on
It
you,
wasn't,
Paul.
it wasn't that long ago.
Good on you, Paul Hunter.
I mean, guys, I'm running off no sleep. I've got no
Yeah.
idea, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, he was recent. I
Yeah,
just
right,
remember
okay,
him
yeah, thank
playing.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I went a bit mental for a second there. I'm like,
the name is
yeah.
familiar. The name is familiar. I'm just looking through this list here. Seb Ross.
Oh.
It's got like
He got 30, I think.
Holy
at
shit.
Sandy.
Yeah, you'd sort of hope he got 30 for Sandy. No, like, but do you know what I mean? Like, he's
is very
We
experienced.
were hyping him up at the start of the podcast series.
yeah, and like, it's no shade to him. Like, I'm hoping he's getting 30 at Sandy because he should, like, he's an AFL standard player. But yeah, does he come?
He doesn't
come
bring
again?
anything sparkly and fresh to the St Kilda side.
Well, it's just where he's at in his career, right? Isn't it? The other one I'm sort of looking at is really Ollie Houghton, but he's a mid.
My boy.
He's a mid forward. So that's it. Your jumper gets a go.
Play the kids.
Yeah. Yep.
Hasty.
Oh,
I keep
Hugo
forgetting.
Hugo Garcia.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
He played well on the weekend.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was very exciting to watch. He kicked a goal or two. Sorry, I don't
Nice.
remember the stats off the top of my head. I
in
watched
fairness, we could have a Sandy wrap today, but we've
Yeah.
talked too much about the glorious win.
Mm.
And unfortunately, Sandy didn't
No, they didn't win.
get across the
Yeah.
line. So we love you.
And yet
Sandy.
again, they schedule it
at the same time.
Oh, not the same. Like it was like an hour difference.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you
that's so
can't get
annoying.
down to RSCA
No.
and then make it to the Docklands.
No, silly.
But I feel like every single week you say something positive about Garcia. So
Might be him.
it's like, do we think it's time?
Why not?
Time again. His first game with us, we liked.
Yes.
I remember against GWS.
Mm.
And then he kind of dropped off a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see what
But-
happens. I mean,
Maybe great things are happening at Sandy. We saw that with Mattaes and Ryan
yeah,
Burns.
yeah.
And
And Tom-
Ari?
And Ari and Tom Campbell. Like,
Okay, well then chop Max Heath.
Well, we've been
Sorry.
waiting.
mm,
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Adelaide, in Adelaide, it's our
Mhm.
last away game for the year, if you can
Yes.
believe. Speaking of,
We're having a big party.
we are Sainted Love, Wild 29, Red, White and Black Chat. We're having a massive party. It is happening.
And this time it is in Murrumbina.
Murrumbina.
Are you thinking about Murrumbina? I want to say, I don't know, if the OC.
It's the OC bar. It is the OC bar.
I keep thinking of the OC, the TV show. So OC.
It's happening in Murrumbina on Saturday night.
Yes.
There's a raffle.
Yes.
I love a
Yes.
raffle, firstly. But we like hoping to sponsor an AFLW player.
Mm.
So like all the fundraising for the year has gone strictly towards that. So there's going to be like Ace Food and Drink.
Yeah.
There's going to be a DJ.
Ooh.
Love a boogie. And there's going to be like prize for best dressed.
Yep.
You have to wear Saints colours. Who's not wearing their Saints colours this
Mhm.
week? Obviously no one.
Yeah.
But for the last away days for the year, the only thing is for this one, got to throw the aisle a cheeky RSVP.
Mm.
We've got to have a look at some numbers, see who's
Oh.
coming.
If you don't know them, you can hit us up
Absolutely. The aisle.
and we will
Sainted
pass it
Love,
on.
Absolutely. But if you're thinking about coming down, just let us know so that we can make sure there's plenty on offer for the people. But
Yes.
it's going
Unreal.
to be huge. Personally, babysitter already booked.
Ooh.
Love that. Uber already
Yeah.
booked.
Uber already booked. Tell ya.
Gonna get on the wines.
Absolutely.
Mum's on the loose.
Mum's night out. Oh, yeah, you'll regret that. Seriously, it's going to be massive. We might not go home like you can. That's going to be big. So, yeah, I think if anyone's half thinking about it,
Just do it.
Just do
Just
it.
do it.
Last away days for the year. Get on down.
Honestly, I've been to so many of them and they're so much fun.
So
They're
good.
so
Win or lose,
much
they are
fun.
so much fun. It is like the highlight of like the season pretty much.
It is
hanging out
so
with the gang.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
hanging out with your Saints mates, right? Like we are all so friendly. And like, you just go, you just talk shit to people.
Love it.
Like, you have a few berries. It's like, it's just so fun.
It's
But I haven't been to one where we have had a DJ.
Well,
so
look out.
Oh, there's dancing and there's Marshy and the old man dancing. Sorry, Marshy,
there's
but
dancing
those
question
dad
mark.
dancing.
I am so here for this.
Well, I'm keen to tear up the D floor, so make it happen. With more of these.
Yeah.
I did see them doing the arc, like, and the holding the ball, like
yes.
videos of them doing the
Stop.
footy dance moves.
This one.
Yeah.
The cheeky umpire or something.
Cheeky
deliberate.
umpire.
Yeah, Joycey was doing it. That was the first one I went to. And Joycey and Marshy were just doing these umpire dances.
Fantastic. Well, practice your
Can't miss that.
practice your very best holding the ball. Practice your very best deliberates.
Yeah.
Practice your very best goals for the Murrumbina OC bar because it's going to be on.
And
no
it's
points,
locked
only
in.
goals.
Locked in, which doesn't mean we're locked in the room. It just means
It's just us.
it's just us.
Yeah, it's just us.
So please explain.
Yeah.
I don't know. They said, and there's like the advertisement, it said locked in. And I said, hey guys, what does that mean? We're not getting
We're
locked in the
locking you
room.
in.
Once everyone's in,
Lock
throw
the
the keys
door
away.
and they're like, go Saints. No, isn't like a lock-in basically just like it's kind of like a prep function? Like is that
Yes.
sort of the
Yes,
vibe?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So we don't
Yeah.
have to kick it with the plebs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a pleb, but like, it's all Saints.
VIP.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
day. So get on down. We're going to be there.
And
So,
get in. Let us know ASAP.
Yeah. Going to be big. All right, girls. Well, what a week to come in and discuss Saints footy.
Woohoo.
I mean, I'm going to be on this Cloud 90s to say so the whole week. It's
course.
going to be absolutely epic. I'm going to wear every Saints
Yeah.
bit of gear that I own. And hopefully we're back this time next week discussing a big Saints win. 2
Yeah.
on the trot, finals bound, baby.
Finals bound, baby. Come the
Thanks.
Saints.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Calm the Saints.
Go Saints.
See you
Go
next week.
Saints.
Knock,
Bye.
knock.